Everything comes back to self-worth. Everything. There are women in this life who have given birth to a child before they've even given birth to the life that they wanted for themselves. And I'm a firm believer that the life that you come from is not your fault, but the life that you choose or the environment you choose to create is your responsibility. We teach boys to explore, and we teach women how to be wives. And there is a constant disconnect in this life where women are constantly waiting around, waiting to be picked, waiting to be chosen, while most men have this mentality that what is it? Something about the buses. There's always one bus after the next one, or something about a bus. There's a saying about a bus. There's plenty more fish in the sea. We'll go with that. And at the end of the day, the world is very vast. It's extremely vast. There is so much fullness. There are so many people in the world. This is true. But what good is it to know that there are so many people in the world where the world is filled with people who don't even enjoy themselves, who hate themselves, who hate their lives, who want to be someone else? A bunch of people in the world who are sitting on their phones, hoping, wishing that they had another person's life, wanting to escape their own existence so bad. We cannot give anything we do not have for ourselves. And I think it's deeply unfortunate that we do not teach people the power of sexual energy, that sexual energy is creative energy, that creating a physical being is creative energy. Sexual energy is sex is a sacred energy exchange. Sex is a sacred energy exchange. So when you think of it in that way, sex is meant to be enjoyed, but it's meant to be enjoyed by people who have a sense of foundation within their own being. The kingdom of God is within, which means you are supposed to have a solid foundation rooted in self-worth, self-acceptance, self-love, the love of God, the truth, wisdom, sovereignty, self-mastery. But you have so many people trying to exist in the world, striving to love from the deficit instead of striving to love from the overflow. It will always crumble and fall short when you are striving to love and exist from the deficit. And nobody teaches us that. You just got to learn, got to exist. And no, if I have anything to do with it, I am here to further help create a blueprint so that we understand we need to talk about self-acceptance more than we talk about self-love, because you cannot get to one without the other. That love and abuse cannot coexist, and that abuse is not always someone putting their hands on you. It could also be someone not considering how you would feel, how you think, not even considering your being as a whole. And nobody teaches you that. Self-worth. But we often come from parents who didn't trust and think they were worthy. Their parents didn't think they were worthy, and I think a big part of it is religion. I went to a worship night last night, and just anytime I hear someone say, God, I'm not worthy, I'm like, that is one of the things that I wish the church did not teach us. You are worthy. You are so worthy. You're so worthy that God is present with you every step of the way. I am a firm believer that there is no place I am that God is not, because I know that I am worthy. You are worthy, and I am a reflection of you, and you are a reflection of me. We are worthy. But what does it do to a person's mind when you consistently talk about, God, I'm not worthy? How can you love someone like me? What does that do to a lineage of people over time? No. Oof, no. No. You got to change the narrative. And you have to give yourself permission to change your narrative. I'm in a space of no excuses. I'm in a space of follow the plan. Because I've done the internal work. I've done the emotional work. I've done the spiritual work. And it's not going to ever end. It's continuous. But I have done the work that people often avoid in this life. And that's what's needed. So what if it hurts? So what if it makes you feels like your stomach's going to fall out of your butt? So what? You rather crystallize in something than to actually explore the fullness of your existence. Than to truly discover who you are outside of what you can do for a man or what a man can do for you. And what a woman can do for you or what you can do for a woman. Because it's not just one-sided. We are all in this together. I'm not just talking to women. I'm not just talking to men. I am a woman. So I'm naturally going to speak from a woman's perspective. But at the end of the day, we are all connected. And men and women both are walking around not thinking they are worthy. And so when your own internal dialogue is of lack and of the deficit, why would you ever think that you could love someone in fullness and in wholeness? If you ask me for $5, if you ask me for $1,000, if you ask me for $1 million and I do not have it in any way, shape, or form, I cannot give it to you. But we think that it is people's responsibility to love us and to love in ourselves. And baby, I don't know who taught you that, but that is not real. People can plant seeds. People can further help you grow, yes. But your emotional work was never another person's responsibility. And nobody taught you that. Nobody taught me that. But it's never too late. And the internet is free. And Imani, her name is the Hood Healer. She always says, use the internet while it's free. There is too much that exists in the world now. Too much we have access to say, I didn't know. You could know. If you gave yourself permission to shift your narrative. I'm going to leave this here. It's never a goodbye, and it's always a see you later.